First on the 411, another week of extreme heat in the area. We continue to be under an excessive heat warning as temperatures soar over the triple-digit mark.
This is a live look on the island on Galveston, where many people are there right now trying to cool off. We do not blame them. We have live team coverage to help you navigate this excessive heat.
Yeah, let's start things off with meteorologist Tim Pandages. Tim, just how hot is it right now?
Yeah, temperatures are in the mid to upper 90s out there right now, but of course you factor in dew points and it feels 10 to 15 degrees hotter than what you're reading on the thermometer. As you mentioned, excessive heat warnings are out there through this evening. They'll be reissued again for tomorrow, and we're not alone. 80% of the state of Texas is under some sort of heat alert or heat warning. Not only today, but for several days as our dome of high pressure will expand and strengthen. Look at the next 3 days temperature-wise. Houston could be one of the least hot locations in the low triple digits. Corpus Christi in the mid to upper 90s, but look at everywhere else. Heading up to the 1-teens in some spots, and you factor in humidity even hotter. 96 is the number at Bush now, 98 at Sugar Land, over to Brenham, 92 Angleton. On the island at Galveston, it looks a little bit less hot at 90, but check out what it feels like there. 106 feels like 108 at Tomball, 109 Katy, 114 is the heat index at this hour out at Sugar Land. It is just disgustingly hot. This evening in Houston, temperatures in the upper 90s by 5, slowly coming back down into the low 90s by 9 o'clock. We're dry and we're muggy and we're just uncomfortable through this evening. Temperatures get a little bit hotter tomorrow, above normal, but may challenge a few records by midweek. I'll talk about that and let you know if there's any relief in that 7-day forecast when I see you again in just a few minutes.
We could use some relief. Thank you so much, Tim. It got so hot last week, Houston Methodist says it got an increase in patients visiting their emergency rooms with heat-related issues. Janelle Bluda is joining us now with more on who they say is most at risk. Janelle.
Yeah, Ron, well, Houston Methodist says because of the heat wave, they've had 30 to 40 heat-related patients a day, and some of them throughout all of their campuses, and some of them had to be hospitalized. Friends Priscilla and Cynthia take Buster for a walk almost every day.
When it's really hot, you know, and you just don't want to get out there.
But these past few weeks, they've been extra careful.
I try to avoid anywhere between like 11 and 2 because that's when it's really the warmest.
Houston Methodist says last week's extreme heat.
What we're seeing now is a sudden or dramatic increase in temperatures, and this is causing patients to become dehydrated extremely quickly.
Led to an unusual increase in patients showing up to the ER, suffering from heat cramps, heat fatigue, and exhaustion and dehydration.
Tell me, is this unusual for this time of year?
We usually see some of these patients and cases closer to July, August, and September. This is the first time that I can remember in the last 10 years that we've ever seen patients coming into the hospital in June with these kinds of symptoms.
Dr. Neil Gandhi says most patients are fine after treatment, but a few have been hospitalized. And about 80% of those patients were over the age of 65, as there's some who are most at risk, especially those on diuretic medications.
With this rapid rise in temperatures, these patients can become dehydrated extremely quickly, and that can be a pretty catastrophic combination for that patient.
And remember, kids are more susceptible too. Symptoms you need to watch out for include feeling faint or dizzy, excessive sweating, nausea, even muscle cramps.
You'll start to get dizzy or you get that lightheaded feeling. Stop. Hydrate, get out of the heat, get in where it's cool.
Well, Dr. Gandhi says if you or someone you know is out in the heat, they start to become confused or they pass out or they have an extremely high temperature, that's when you know it's time to go to the ER. Guys, back to you.
Some good advice. Thank you so much, Janelle Bluda. From cooling shelters to tracking the ERCOT power grid, we are keeping you safe in this extreme heat. Just text the word heat, 713-526-1111, and we'll send you links with that information.